So you put out a piece of content and you get a couple of comments and the usual lazy
I would see if I could cut this bit out. You know, where it's just kind of like sitting for like 3 whole seconds. From a preview perspective, that's really tough to get away with that.
Okay.
If you want to make it feel more seamless, all you do is basically it's kind of like, you know, when you're doing a rough cut or fine cut and you're taking out chunks that where the video still works if it's there. I'm thinking about the preview like that as well. So can I, during this dead section, could I cut out like 3 or 4 words during that dead time and still make it feel like it's somewhat making sense?
Okay.
Or if you can't, just separate the audio and video tracks and just move the animation, like cut the animation, keep the voice the same, and just move that voice a little bit earlier, the animation a bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And you got like a little cross dissolve as well for like 4 frames or something to make it more seamless. But that's how I'm cutting out dead space. Similar to what I said with Omar.
Just add zoom in or zoom out? Maybe it will help.
You could do that, yeah. But I think in this case, because there's like this, think about it like this, up to this point, half the video has been still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying just to keep up energy, I would just just cut that still bit out.
Okay.
usual lazy comments like fire emoji. So you go back and you say, well, I'll say thanks. You go back and you say, well, I'll say thanks. So you
like that, like we cut in, it stays still for like a second. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, it's almost like you're cutting for short form because that's what your Twitter preview is. I really want you to take inspiration from, do you know Nikos?
Yes, I guess yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. This guy. I really want you to take inspiration from him because he is like, I gave him this advice like a year back. It completely changed how his previews performed. And he has like a he had a sim to this preview that you just posted. But trust me, like look at how he's doing it. Notice how he cuts out dead time, especially for those UI type animations where sometimes it's a whole half second, 1 second where we're just sitting there, which is fine for the main video, by the way. But it's just for the preview I want them out.
As I know, he's also using music, not voice, in his preview. So maybe I should just add music instead of like voice.
Yeah, you could. Both of them, both using music and changing around how the audio and video are stacked on top of each other, they solve the same problem.
go back and you say, well, I'll say thanks. So you say thank you very much. You post more.
Like for example here, so you say thanks, I would just cut the animation, put it to so you say thanks. And then the part where it's
You say, well, I'll say thanks. So you say thank you very much.
So you say thank you very much, just cut that bit out. It says the same thing as the last line.
Very much. You post more, you run more ads, you get on more playlists, and it sounds simple.
That's good. I like that section.
And it sounds simple, between 7 and 10 times before someone takes meaningful action. In other words, Aristotle said, what would you best do?
I think some of these animations I would have moved earlier. These ones seem like some of the bangers. I think this one slowed down the preview a lot. So remember, like a large part of the preview cutting process that's going to improve performance, I call it the 1, 3, 4, 5, 2. So basically, imagine you order all your clips best to worst. You put a banger clip, you put the second banger towards the end, or like the third banger towards the end, and then the rest are like best to worst. Worst still has to be good to keep up energy, but what I mean is like, for example, these animations I think would really improve performance and retention, even potentially at the beginning. So like think about it, like look how simple this is. Good edit, by the way. I just mean in terms of on previews, like sexy does perform better. I think these are sexier than this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. So reordering your
I
previews.
just spent so much time on this animation because it's UI style, and I recreated all of this manually, and I wanted to show it first because it took so much time. Yeah, so
I hear that. The interesting thing is, when you do UI animations well, they look like this. This looks so good that people don't realize the editing behind it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think most people just think that it was a screenshot, not like I recreated it.
But that's a good thing from a YouTube video posting perspective. On a preview perspective,
Yeah.
you want to just ask yourself, like, what would look sexy? Like, what would look sexiest to editors and creators? Like, to a guy just scrolling, what would look sexiest?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's going to be your biggest leverage point. I could give you advice on like what to change about the edits, but truthfully for you, the biggest leverage point is just going to be order the clips in a way where the best clips are towards the beginning. When I say best, I mean sexiest to someone scrolling.
If you're a freelance video editor and you want to get more clients, I've got something for you. It's a completely free outreach tracker. It's the same one we use with all our coaching students, and it's going to allow you to be able to send more messages to potential clients, get more replies, and also be able to close them at higher rates. So go get that free tracker in the description. After you signed up for it, I'm going to send it straight to your email. I'm going to give you a bit more information on how I personally help video editors. So if you do want to get more help, you can apply there. But whether you get my further help or not, just go and get the free tracker for now, because at least you're going to be able to run this on your own for a while.